Welcome back. You're listening to Alaskan National News. I'm Henry.
I'm Miles.
And we have two special guests with us today.
My name's Erica.
I'm Alan.
And we are back in our hometown, in my hometown, not Miles's. Alright, so for today's episode, we got some lit-ass rap music coming at you from freemusicarchive.org. So for the first segment, we want to talk about sort of just the future of the podcast and where we plan on having it go. So the elephant in the room is that Caitlin is not with us. Unfortunately, we have gone our separate ways peacefully. We just have had some issues. So for the time being, we won't see him. It doesn't mean that we won't ever see him again, but it may be a little while. But yeah, just so you know, he will be gone for a little bit. Also, next semester, Miles and I are planning on actually hosting our own radio show next semester at our school. So we may be counting down our last few episodes of this podcast. We plan on having a total of at least 10 more episodes with more special guests and maybe even a special live performance if Miles can swing it. Also, we wanted to sort of solidify the structure of the last remaining episodes because I feel like a lot of people, especially when they're starting new sort of creative outlets, they decide, I'll just not really have a structure. I'll just do whatever the fuck I want, fuck everything. But it all ends up turning out to be really messy and immature. So we figured we'd start having natural structure. So pretty much we keep doing the same thing in terms of the music as well as the discussion segments. However, from now on at the end, instead of having a longer discussion, from now on we'll just have sort of a story time. So we'll take a source, we'll obviously cite it, of course, and we'll just read off of that. So whether that be a horror story, a fan fiction, a hentai, you name it, we will read it. And then finally, this is our first sobriety episode. This is the first episode we are not on drugs.
I totally didn't even think about that, but this is.
Yeah, this is our first episode where we're not on drugs and not recording. So hopefully this is a little bit more clear-headed and a little bit more cohesive, exactly. So hopefully this goes better. Depending on how well the show goes, I think this show is going amazing.
I think you're amazing, and you do such a good job.
You flatter me. So, depending on how this episode goes, we may or may not continue to use drugs. It just kind of depends. That was sort of the...
We will always continue to use drugs. Whether or not we do it on air is questionable.
The death of legendary rapper Lil Peep has really shook us. So, we are in a bad place right now. Rest in peace, Lil Peep. And we will try to become sober and become more productive.
Rip all the clout the world is now missing out on because of the death of Little Peep.
R.I.P. Lil Peep. Anyways, the first song you guys are going to be listening to is an untitled live performance by Abdul Ali. Enjoy.
I'm so good of God. I'm so good of God. I'm so good of God. Yeah. Do you recognize a black queen? It's rapping and you like it, and you like it, and you know you fucking like it. Just eat my Gucci, it's that sour and bloody like easy. See the power and diamond, apples and grapes. Fuck with your hair, fuck with your see. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Watch your hair, fuck with your see. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm dark like shit. I'm a crystal nigga bitch, so magnificent. Sailor Moon extravagance. I'm the love to the vision and I sit at premise. And I need the lyrics, I need a savior. Please God, help me please. I just want to be gay and happy. So would you please touch me with the utmost audacity? Turn the fuck up. Acidity, epiphany, wake me up, goddammit. Acidity, epiphany, wake me up, goddammit. Acidity, epiphany, wake me up. Yeah. Acidity, wake me up, goddammit. Acidity, epiphany, wake me up, goddammit. Acidity, epiphany, wake me up. Ooh. I thought I was broken, cause they took so much from me, but they did take me away from me. They done fucked up, they did take me away from me. No, I'm that beast, the issue, the whore, the idiot bitch. You better start to pray, you better start to pray. I'm that beast, the issue, the whore, the idiot bitch. You better start to pray, you better start to pray. Cause I'm that beast, the issue, the whore, the Indian days, you better start to pray. You better start to pray, cause I'm that beast, the issue, the whore, the Indian days, you better start to pray. You better start to pray. You wanna know why? You wanna know why you should pray? You wanna know why? Cause people like me have no more fucks to give. We are not hiding in the darkness. We are not letting you disgrace us. We are not letting you oppress us no more. We will not hide. We will show our faces. We will give full visibility to who we are and our identities, no matter how much you try to shade us. So yes, people like me will not hide anymore. So yes, you should start to pray, because I'm that beast, the issue, the whore, the end of your days. I am a symbol of the book of Revelations in your face. Your reality is over. Your days is over. It's over and over and over and over.
All right, so welcome back. You were just listening to an untitled live performance by Abdu Ali. I just wanted to discuss something that I was kind of thinking about. Personally, I feel like I attach myself to trends. So over the summer, you guys saw I got the fidget spinner.
Was that a trend, or was that just like you?
That was a trend. No,
that
that
was
was
definitely.
No,
was
fidget spinners were a trend.
Definitely.
Supreme.
But like, I feel like Henry, like you just like, I feel like you bought the fidget spinner to also like.
I didn't want to fuck with people, but at the same time,
You just like really wanted a fidget spinner.
I kind of wanted to see what the hype was about.
Yeah.
But I was kind of thinking about like why, also like wearing Supreme and like watching the Emoji Movie. Like I was kind of thinking about like why do I attach myself to these trends, even if I think they're stupid. Like even if you're doing it ironically, you're still supporting the end goal.
I guess it's like kind of like a social commentary thing. Like, if everyone's doing this, why are they doing it? And what does it say? And what does it say all about me if I'm not doing it also?
I also feel like I personally appreciate the sentiment behind it, because I think it is kind of cool how the world, not the world, but like at least America or your group of friends set aside their differences in order to group around like just this really obscure reference or like this obscure thing, you know. So like a toy that literally spins. Like people kind of group around it, and like they just say, you know, people forget their differences, even though it's like forgettable. Everyone knows, like when you say the word trend, you know it's going to end. But it's kind of like appreciate the momentary
social unity.
Yeah, exactly, the momentary like social unity.
It is interesting, like in a culture where people are so like driven to be so diverse from each other, that like there is this mass culture behind like conforming to this one thing when it becomes popular, when everyone like always just want to be unique to themselves. Because I feel like generally people want to do that, and then they are like, if something becomes popular, for some reason people want to be a part of that. I mean, it depends on what context you're speaking to.
Well, do you think it's like a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing, because like in that way it really speaks to the culture of the times. Like that's why trends exist, is because like you're living here in the now and you want to be a part of like what's going on. And like that's what's cool about trends too, is that it's used as a reference point to like different parts of time. Well, I think it's just interesting also, like the trend of being a hippie meant something very different. There was like a political meaning behind that compared to like fidget spinners. Or maybe they're going to look back from the future and be like, fidget spinners was a symbol of like children, like attention. Yeah.
But at the same time though, like it's not like the 50s and the 60s didn't have useless trends like hula hoops.
I know, but there's like a trend now for like being entertained by simplicity. I mean, we talked about this the other day. Like, why was Flappy Bird popular? Like, why did people care so much? The concept was so dumb. But like, we're living in this time where we are now, and like the attention spans that we are like developing with especially our generation. It's just coming to show like something so stupid and so simple is so popular. And so one day they're going to look back on that, and it's going to reflect the development of our, like, I don't know, brains.
Well, the idea behind all of that is humans are group animals. So like if one human does something, another human's going to want to do the same thing. So like that's the whole herd mentality thing. So like if there was another animal, like let's say some cat, for example, had the intelligence of a human, they wouldn't be doing the same thing. So whether it's a good or a bad thing.
Wait, sorry. What do you mean by they wouldn't be doing the same thing?
So let's say
as like humans or as
like following trends. Yeah. So like whether it's a good or a bad thing, I don't think that's like a valid question, because like it's gonna happen regardless. It's what was I saying?
Well, I was gonna say I think humans have evolved like to such a state where all of our needs are met. So pretty much trends are kind of used as a form of entertainment as well as a way to group people together. Whereas like cats and like other animals still need those essentials: food, clothing. Well, not clothing, but like food and shelter, pretty much. There's definitely some trends. I didn't. Yeah, like I said, I never hopped on the Flappy Bird trend.
Evan did. She got like
Really?
420 or something like that. She went like really into Flappy Bird. She like would stay up like all night and just like play Flappy Bird. It was like she loved.
Why?
And then like she deleted Flappy Bird, but then she couldn't re-download it. Remember they got rid of Flappy Bird?
That
Yeah.
must have killed her.
Yeah, she was like, well, I guess it's done.
I just never got into it, mostly just because I don't like games where you can't pause it. Like, I like very...
That was the one thing.
That was like... It just gave me so much anxiety. I like games where it's just like, I can pause it for a sec, talk to someone, and like go back to it or something. Because I have ADD, so I was like, I don't like putting all my focus and all my attention into like one thing, you know?
What about... Do you remember this trend that was Pokemon Go?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Oh, that was actually...
That was good. That was
probably the
People
best
were
trend
actually outside.
And I think it's so funny that people kind of realize the consequences of going outside. So discovering dead bodies and...
Oh, yeah.
How often did that happen?
A couple times, actually.
Really?
And at the same time, there were people that were using that app to lure people into traps.
Oh, yeah, that's true. They would like lure kids using lures.
Yeah,
right?
like
Lure
poke lures.
But
that's what they're called. I think.
I just thought you like look outside and there are people like actually walking outside. Like way back, maybe in 50 years ago, people would actually go outside that much just to like chill and have fun.
I still feel like people still occasionally go outside though, like to go biking or something.
I mean, yeah, okay. Every time I hang out with friends, I always want to go outside and just like walk around or something. And a lot of my friends don't want to do it. Like it was great. I never played the game, but I would like play it with other people.
You played it with me once.
I want to point out, sorry, this bothering me. There is a distinctive difference between trends and fads.
Can you elaborate?
It's all based around the time scale in which it happens. So whenever things happen, they start out with innovators, and they go through a pattern of how popular they are to what reach of masses they hit. And so trends are things that become popular and then lose their popularity in like a kind of a balanced form. And fads are things that get really, really popular, everyone uses it, and then one day just drops off the face of the earth.
Are they quicker? Are fads quicker usually?
Fads are way quicker.
Yeah, kind of like those fucking silly bands that people
Oh,
had.
I wish silly bands were still a thing.
I hate it.
I thought they were so cool.
Like, what would you do when they were in their shape? Just like leave them on the table, like, yeah.
Wasn't it like there was like some weird like theory that there was about like sex acts and children?
That was just like conspiracy theories made by parents.
If you break them, okay, yeah. So there's different colors of them, right? And that was also a thing with like just those normal plastic circle ones. Yeah. And so if each color represented a different sexual act, because they were so easy to break, they're like thin plastic. So if somebody like broke one of yours off, you had to like commit that sexual act with them.
Does that actually?
No, that did not happen. That was just made up by the news and parents.
That's crazy.
It's like when they're like, oh, when your kids text this emoji, this is what they're saying.
Pretty much.
Like it was bullshit.
All right, well, that's going to do it for this segment. Up next, we got Jado by Monster Jinx. Enjoy.
Eu sei que todos os dias sonhas enranhar as unhas nas minhas fronhas, rasgar as notas das minhas contas, beijar espontânea como orgasmos. Para ti entusiasmo, dizes sou bonito, só pode ser sarcasmo. Quero o infinito, diamante ito, só pode ser alegado. Genético, acho tão giro, sou eclético, fizeste mira, fiquei cético, não quero saber do tédio. Todo dia a dia, para mim sou uma ilha, mais egoísta do que Deus, quero mais que mundo só para mim. Mas tu vieste com aquele tom clássico de Belle. Gaste batom e pintaste quadro tão cruel. Não, eu sou casado com a missão de manter-me fiel. Faz-te favor e para ou prende no guardão. Estás-te a pôr em jeito para me dar jeito ao pescoço. Estás-me a pesar no peito, coração caroço, caroço. Estás-te a pôr em jeito para me dar no queixo com os olhos. Estás-me a pôr perfeito, entra no teu jogo, jogo. Tu estás-te a pôr à frente do tridente, do diabo inocente, e isso é suficiente para um acidente. Tu passas-me rente
pele incandescente, plano descendente. O mantra é ser água, não ser águia. Mas esta faca afaga a lava desta fada mal fardada e dá-me a ladainha de uma língua destravada. A lenga-lenga nunca engrava, estou pronto para a porrada. Se a parva, leoparda, acelera na autoestima. Se rola um clima, é porque vem trovoada e passas-me por cima com a graça de uma gata. Mão na cinta, fina, xinga na anca, larga. Às vezes sou um deus no teu planisfério, mas só me levas a sério. Quando levas a sério, a violência não devolve nada, é só ladra. Mas se não queres sangue, não lambas a espada. Estás-te a pôr em jeito para me dar um jeito ao pescoço. Estás-me a pesar no peito, coração caroço, caroço. Estás-te a pôr em jeito para me dar no queixo um soco. Estás-me a pôr perfeito, entro no teu jogo, jogo.
Acho que era suposto fingir que acreditava, baixar a arma e a guarda, acreditar na palavra e no karma, ter mais calma, ser alga na água que beija a areia e apaga a fogueira que ateia na praia onde a sereia cantava. Mas não serei essa farsa, eu não plantei a palavra. Ela cresceu sozinha na minha e na tua jangada e usurpava enquanto sussurrava aquele canto cheio de encanto que acaba sempre como acaba a energia criada pela fricção de carne fraca. Não des parte fraca que eu não dou parte de nada. Jogar com espelhos é uma arte. Quem abre a caixa torácica, nós inventámos a roda básica e provámos a soda cáustica, a dançar na corda elástica que nos lados da nossa áspera distância. Por isso dança, relaxa, enquanto o encanto se vira contra quem encantava. Deixa o jogo da caça como um lobo em diáspora. Eu vá.
Welcome back. You were just listening to Jado by Monster Jinx. So now we're going to commit to the brand new structure of our show, where we are going to read you guys a special little story today. For our first story, we have a furry comic called Barbed by Echo Seed, the truly underappreciated art form that is furry comics. It's a very underrated form of art, and we shall express that now.
How many furry porns have you looked at to get to this one comic?
Only like 2 or 3, actually.
Only 2 or 3?
Yeah.
So
I was just looking for like a
did you
decent
enjoy
length,
them?
and this one actually was pretty lucky. Some of them were like really long. They were like a whole like manga, like a whole series. But for now, we have Barbed
It's
by
called-
Echo Seed. You can.
It's under the category YIF comics.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm like getting into.
You can find these also on Reddit, on Furry Reddit. Erica will be joining me in this lovely reading.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk about what's happening. We're just gonna be like.
I'll give them some context. So basically, what's going on right now? We have a very thick with 2 C's mouse infiltrating a cheese factory, and she finds herself in a very, very sticky situation.
I swear to God. Oh God.
Erica will be reading the mouse
Why
now.
am I the mouse? Why can't...
Because you're the girl.
No, you should be the mouse.
What the fuck? Fine, I'll be the mouse.
Are you serious?
I'll
Wait.
be- I since I've read this a couple times, I can be the mouse if you want.
Are you sure?
You can be the cat.
What?
Or Al,
There's a-
the cat is the male. So Alan, would you mind being the cat?
You want them to talk to each other.
No.
Oh,
No,
God,
I want you to. No, you talk to me,
No.
Alan.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Alan. All right.
Wait, I'm so. Okay, I'm just gonna look over here and count.
Okay, so Alan.
Can I
will
be the
playing-
narrator?
There's no narrator.
No, just
Oh, wait,
I'll
okay,
be like, okay, so the mouse like.
So
talks-
context?
Oh, like
So-
what is
so
going? Do
here's
you
the-
feel comfortable saying aloud the actions that will take place?
I don't know. You read this how many times, Henry?
2 or 3 times. I do know, which is more preparation than I've done for like other readings.
This is
Yeah.
the first sober show, and he pulls up a furry.
Originally I was going to do hentai, but I'll save that for the 10th episode. Anyways, Alan, you will be playing the cat, and I will be playing the mouse.
All right.
All right. Erica, context?
So this mouse is jumping across buildings, and she ends up in what looks to be a cheese factory.
Infiltration complete. Now, where did that dumb cat hide his cheese this time?
You can clearly see her nipples through her bodysuit.
And her pussy.
Yeah, her supple pussy.
Oh, well, that was easy.
She sees the cheese.
This one looks so delicious. And it's so big. Maybe just one bite won't hurt, right?
So she bites into the cheese.
Wow, it's so much better than I expected. So thick, so creamy, and all these flavors. It's like there's something else added in. Thump.
She like collapsed on the floor and with a very
And her pussy's out. All right, Alan.
Wake up, thief.
What the?
Did you really think pulling the same shit over and over again wouldn't get you caught?
like buff. Oh
Yeah,
my
he's
god.
a buff ass.
Yeah.
So she's like strapped into
She's like
shackles,
restrained.
some like BDSM device.
I'm gonna make you pay back all the cheese you stole. Now let's see.
He unzips her bra.
Oh my god.
Good quality. Do you always wear clothes this thin?
He rips her pussy open.
Oh my god. Wait. Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, that's her
Those are her
pussy.
pussy lips.
He's
She's like,
ripping it
he's
open.
like tearing them apart.
Why?
No,
He's spreading them apart.
It
No.
just says spread.
Sound
They
effects.
need to say the action. None of your business, you pervert.
Really? Then I've got some bad news for you.
No.
Oh my god!
No way. That's huge.
Because you're about to be my business.
That's what the hell? Oh my god, those are barbs. Do you know cat dicks have barbs on them?
Oh
What the
shit,
fuck?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's why that.
He does his research. Alan.
Hold still.
No, please don't. It won't fit. If you put it in, it will break. What was that?
The insertion of his dick is so strong it's tearing through her clothes.
Also-
What part of her body is that?
That's her.
He
pussy.
like goes through her ass and then up into her pussy. Also, I like how she calls him the pervert, even though she's wearing these fucking clothes.
It's really popular in like hentai for them to show like kind of X-ray view. I watch a lot. So pretty much what they're doing is they're saying like that's the view. If you had like X-ray vision like into her body, like him inserting his
It
dick
like
inside
goes
her.
through her legs and up into her pussy.
For those of you who don't know, Caitlin's a hentai major.
Yeah. Okay, Alan.
Pathetic. But I guess we don't need these restraints anymore.
I like don't want to be the narrator.
So his dick is very deeply inserted into her mouse pussy.
Please let me rest.
Why does she need a rest?
Wop wop wop.
I love the sound effect, Alan.
Be quiet. You're in no position to negotiate.
You're thrust too hard. Can't take it anymore. I'm coming.
No.
Again? As expected, you mice are all whores.
I'm gonna pass out.
Get up. I haven't had my fun yet.
Henry, what's
When
wrong with you?
Shit, I'm not reading that.
You just keep going.
When your mind and your body and your womb are in ruins, then you'll have my permission to pass out.
Jesus
Ew.
Christ.
So she's
Ah.
continuously being filled with his.
Like he just keeps squirting and squirting. He just can't stop, and her eyes have rolled into the back of her head.
Oh, and she's drooling. She's done.
So much cum inside. My pussy is tearing. I love it.
Are we gonna read the whole fucking thing?
Yes, it's almost over.
So he takes himself out, and she's spurting with his cum.
There's
From her
jizz
pussy
everywhere.
Before I let you go, let me tell you a secret. All the cheese you've stolen the past months are made from mouse milk.
More.
She's done. Put her in the production line with the other mice.
Yes, boss.
What?
I think the mouse represents today's society.
Communism.
Trends.
Yeah, it represents the trends of today. How they're always going for whatever they see, but they don't know what it's actually made of.
Oh, I can't believe we
see-
read that. Like, why do you think people like get into furry porn in the first place? Like, what makes them like read? Why
I think it kind of just provides like an alternate source. You kind of just get tired of the same old like white girl titties like in a college dorm room and like shit. Like you want something a little bit more extreme.
Well,
Like some people are more into more extreme stuff though.
it's just like interesting that they would take the animal, like the avenue of like animals.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's literally just people, but they drew them like animals.
I don't know. For me, I'm not trying to be like super judgmental because it's just like a fucking kick. I don't think it's like bestiality. I don't think it goes
Yeah.
like that.
No, yeah.
I think it's just more of just they're just into like
And
anthropomorphic.
to an extent, it's like the aspect of just like role play. You know, like you're
Mhm.
looking at role play in a new like avenue.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. So for our last song, after that glorious segment, our last song for the evening is going to be "Do You Want This" by Obvious.
To follow up that rape, do you want this?
Enjoy.
In these low times of low tides, it's a thank you though. Let it go and pay the scene away. So insane it didn't hear you right. Standing in the middle of the road on the starry night, talking to the moon like a combo on my phone. Clearly Fiji bars are LTE. When you and me speaking, it's a 3G. You like to drink, but you don't want no 3Gs. I think I'm far more on that on the higher planes. That's why I elevate every single day. Not for religion that I pray. Can I just meditate? Just on this island, picture this bliss. Like a kiss till I'm back. Post image, just gotta say alright. Fly a jacket on, taking flight. This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time, my mind it rewinds, I refind and remind myself that I must remain grateful. Dead, I will not be feeling like I got the itch to stay creating. I stay debating, patiently weighing all of my options. She was spend hey, but maybe it's you, girl. I fall from many things. Literally, I rub off in your mind. Feels like there's no one I could find. Alone, going bars to the wall, going deep, got the axe and just mine. Through all these melodies, sing songs heavenly, and at the time, they call my persistence or memory provides my visions with the rhythm of advancing us in the picture order, conveying border. This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time. Okay, you know I got it. Okay, you know I'm rocking. Okay, you know I got it. Okay, you know I got it. Oh yeah, you know. Will I ever find you? This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. This some real shit. Feeling like I'm on top of these towers. This some real shit. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time. Do you want this? Cause we can be high all the time. All the time.
Thank you guys for joining us for this week. Thank you to our special guests, Alan and Erica.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We'll definitely be having some more special guests, like I said, in future episodes. Those might come out a little bit later. Anyways, I'm Henry from Alaskan National News,
I'm Miles.
and have a good week.